Hello everyone, welcome to our EconiQ High-voltage portfolio roadmap webinar. My name is Navid Mahdizadeh. I'm the Global Market Innovation Manager, High-voltage products. With me is a Christian Ole, Head of Portfolio Management, High-voltage product. Today, I will go through the slides for you. Then you have a chance, and you can see the question and answer icon. You have a chance to make a question during the webinar and even afterwards. And Christian and I will be more than happy to answer your question. So today I would like to talk about the EconiQ roadmap. We start with the EconiQ brand name. You will see the EconiQ portfolio that I will talk about it. It's related to environmental performance of a portfolio. Then I will show you how we measure this. And then I would like to talk about the technology used in our EconiQ portfolio, mainly EconiQ switchgear portfolio. And then I would like to show you the current offering. And then I'm excited today to show you the key milestone, what come in the future. And I will conclude in the way that I show you our promise and the future of our portfolio. So let's talk about EconiQ. The EconiQ portfolio, it's a portfolio. This is our products, service, or a combination of the product and service. They are proven to deliver exceptional environmental performance. I will talk more about this. For example, the high voltage EconiQ product, they don't contain SF6 gas. SF6 is used in a high voltage product as a switching and insulation medium. It has very good properties for this application, and basically it makes the product reliable and compact. So but it has one big disadvantage, and this is the high global warming potential of the SF6, and that needs to be controlled. As I said, in our EconiQ high voltage switchgear, we do not use SF6, and I would like to talk a little bit more about this. So before I go to, we explain the alternative gases used for replacing SF6, I would like to show you how we measure the environmental performance of our product, because the gas itself is not the only parameter who plays a role. We use life cycle assessment to determine the environmental impact. This is a state of the art, and this is confirmed with the EU Commission product policy, basically, and European standard ISOs on environmental claims. As I said, this is the common sense. It is important to mention this life cycle assessment doesn't consider only one parameter. I mean, it starts normally to determine the environmental impact from the beginning. It means from the raw material extraction, production, transport, the own operation in the factory for example, to produce the product, and then again the supply chain, the transport, and and then the use of the product over his life, and in the end service and the end life. You see, there is the whole cycle. This step, they have environmental impact, and they could be, if you like to see how the environmental performance of product, you need to consider all these steps. And this is why it is important to use life cycle assessment, because if you just consider of one aspect of the cycle and reduce it, for example, the CO2 footprint, but in the same way, with the same technology, you might increase the other aspects of the whole life cycle. In the end, your product has even worse environmental impact. This is why it is important always to use the life cycle assessment and to consider the whole life cycle of the product. So I talked about SF6. We have been using SF6 as an insulation switching medium since 4 decades, 5 decades, and basically this is important. SF6, as I said, this is used for both switching and insulation. This technology, we call it gas circuit breaker technology, and this is the technology used in gas circuit breaker technology is a reliable technology. Why we say reliable? Because we have a long experience, as I said, more than 4 decades in the high voltage segment, and over decades, the technologies, of course, have been developed and improved and improved. This is not only the gas. I mean, the technology they use in the gas circuit breaker technology is important, and they makes the product reliable. For replacing the SF6 in the circuit breaker technology, we use for the lifetime breaker application the CO2 and O2, and for metal enclosed application, if I say metal enclosed, the product family of GIS, dead tank breaker, and pass easement. And we use the C4 as an additive with the mixture of CO2 and O2. C4 nitrile, it's we supply from 3M. It is available under commercial name 3M Novec 4710. Why we use the C4 in the metal enclosed? Because metal enclosed, basically you have a tank, you have a different technical boundary condition. By using the C4 in those products, we can maintain the similar compactness that we have for SF6, because the SF6 used in the gas circuit breaker technology has very good performance, with very good dielectric performance. This is why the products are compact. By using the C4, we can achieve the similar compactness that we have for SF6, and this is important again for the life cycle assessment, because as I mentioned, the one aspect we should consider is this the material used for the product. If you make it bigger, then you need to use the more material, and you have more losses as well. Yeah, by using the C4 here, we maintain the same compactness as we have for SF6, but we eliminate SF6, which has a very, very high global warming potential. And we still have the same technology that we use for SF6. It means our high voltage switchgear EconiQ portfolio, they have the same reliability as we have and compactness as we have for SF6. And at the same time, we eliminate the effect of the SF6, the GWP effect of SF6. And this is very important. I would like to highlight it here. So what we can offer today, if we talk about the EconiQ switchgear portfolio, as you can see on the right side, we have the gas insulated switchgear for 145 kilovolt. And then we have the lifetime breaker family LTA for 72.5 kilovolt as a lifetime on DCV version as well, and 145. And here you can see we have we offer also for 420 kilovolt the passive element, passive bus type for the exit as well, because in 420 kilovolt, generally there is in the GIS application you have a lot of SF6, and almost 50% is in the exit bus stocks. We having this kind of active element is still in SF6, and replacing only the SF6 in the bus stocks. Already now you can save 50% of the amount of SF6. So, as I said before, with using the eco-efficient gases, as I showed in previous slide, basically we eliminate the impact of the SF6, and using the eco-efficient gases, we can maintain the similar of SF6. It means combination of the eliminating GWP of SF6, having the same compactness of SF6, significantly we can reduce the overall CO2 footprint. Important is we would like to have the EconiQ product, they deliver the exceptional environmental performance, significant reduction of the CO2, but at the same time, they have the same reliability as we have for SF6 because we use the gas circuit breaker technology. What is important is we have, as I said, the 4 decades experience with the gas circuit breaker technology. On top of that, we have the longest field experience with the eco-efficient technology. This started in 2010 with the first pilot in 145 lifetime breaker and the first high voltage 170 kilowatt GIS with the SF6 alternative. We can say we have the longest field experience in the eco with the combination and longest more than 40 decades experience with the high voltage circuit breaker. With this combination, we are able to offer our EconiQ portfolio, which has the same reliability as we have for SF6. What is important is because in the beginning of the webinar, I mentioned that basically, if we say EconiQ is not the name of a gas, is not the name, this is the name of portfolio. It is not name of the different products, service, and the combination of them. If we think about the portfolio, if we, for example, talk about high voltage switchgear portfolio, we have, of course, different product lines, but you have even within one product lines, different voltage level. So we start, if we talk about high voltage, we start for we call it sub 145 kilowatt goes to the transmission, which is 245 and 220, and ultra high voltage, which you get even up to 1,200 kilowatt. We need to have a technology to replace SF6, which is able to cover entire portfolio. And the technology, gas circuit technology, is proven to be scalable. And I'm happy to show you in the next slide how and when we would like, what and when we would like to do it. So this is our roadmap that for the high voltage switchgear portfolio. Before I highlight a couple of milestones here, I am not going to go to the every details. You have the slides and you can go through it. If you don't see your because we have listed here the main voltage and main application, but of course below every is a voltage, you have a short circuit current, you have a different application. If it is not listed here, please contact us if you need deeper information on this. But before I start, I would like to show you how the roadmap is structured. You can see on the x-axis, you have the timeline, basically today what we have. As I mentioned before, for example, we have today available 72.5 and 145 kilowatt LTB EconiQ, and then we have the sub-transmission GIS 145, and then you have on the y-axis you have the different product line. You have the lifetime breaker, you have dead time breaker, you have the past and gas insulated switchgear GIS. So what I would like to highlight is here is 420 kilovolt. You can see that based on our roadmap, I forgot to mention the dates here. You can see 2021, 22, 23, and 2024 and beyond. They are the date of product availability. Basically, you can see already end of 2022, we will have the 420 kilovolt GIS, including active element and circuit breaker. This is the showed that our technology basically is scalable even to high 420. And then you can see it's followed by the product in sub-transmission for dead time breaker 145 and pass. Maybe you make a question why we do not start with for example to cover sub-transmission everywhere and then goes to the high voltage 420. The reason is, as I mentioned before, in 420 kilovolt high voltage switch gas insulated switchgear GIS, you have banked a lot of SF6. I mean, today basically we can replace that with the passive element in exit 50%, but still you have 50% in active element circuit breaker. With this step, we will basically eliminate the whole SF6 in the substation 420, and this is why it has more priority than other product and other voltage level. So, and also that shows that the technology is scalable to the high voltage. So a couple of a few words about this, because bringing this product to the market, basically there will be the first 420 kilovolt GIS, including circuit breaker with SF6 alternative. And this EconiQ gas insulated switchgear, as I said, this is why it is significant. Yeah, as I said, is expected releases at the end of 2020. It shows scalability and robustness of our technology. There will be the world first commercial GIS at 420 kilovolt, including circuit breaker, because it is a lot of SF6 bank in 420 kilovolt GIS. This is a really huge step toward to reduce the CO2 footprint. And of course, at the end, we are enable our customer to keep their environmental targets and a rapid transition to eco-efficient solution. So this is the basically summarize that what I showed you in the last slide. You can see our current offering, but I do not go through every product because I explained them. And then the future, what you saw in the last slides. So basically here I would like to again the underscore. We use the gas circuit breaker technology to maintain the same reliability that we have for SF6. And we use the eco-efficient gases like the C4 mixture for metal enclosed to maintain the same compactness as we have for SF6. So, with this slide, I would like to conclude. So, yeah, I mean, reliability is important. I mentioned it a couple of times during my presentation. I hope that I could show you why how the EconiQ switchgear portfolio will deliver the environmental performance and how we measure that. I showed you our current EconiQ portfolio, and I showed you our coming roadmap, our coming products. I highlighted the 420 kilovolt EconiQ GIS, which will be expected to be released in the end of 2022. And this is significant, and it shows our commitment. It shows the scalability of our technology. And by this, I would like to finish my presentation. But before I finish, you have chance to contact us. As I said, if you have a more question on the roadmap, please feel free, to contact us. You can see the address that you can see the EconiQ portfolio and product, and you can contact us below and make your question. If you would like to know more about EconiQ and our offering. So then, before I go to the last slide, basically, we have much more webinars and a very exciting and inspiring panel discussion. I encourage you to visit different panels discussion and different webinar, and the last slide, but not the least, I would like to just to highlight that from this October, we will have the new name. We will become Hitachi Energy. By this, I wish you a successful day, and as I said, I am happy, Christian and I, to answer your question. Thank you very much, and bye bye.